Well, good morning, everybody. Today I want to talk to you about clear cuts and finding new places to rockhound. And what I have behind me is I have a hill back there, and there was a clear cut done, I don't know, a couple years ago. And this morning I was looking up there. Let me zoom in on this spot right there. That's a clear cut that was done, and as you can see, the snow there has kind of highlighted some lines down that, and what that is that's where they drug the logs up the hill up to the top where they could load them up on logging trucks. But those lines there, the logs had dug down into the dirt right there. Let me back out of this now. So in those areas, that's where you want to look, because it's kicked up, those logs kicked up everything. If you could be at the bottom of it, it would be the best, but that particular hill, I don't know if you really want to hike down to the bottom of it, unless you're finding something good at the top. But that one there, I was going to go up there earlier this year, but they'd already closed the road off. They closed it for the winter. So no going up there until next year, next spring. But on these clear cuts, you know, when you see one like that, and if you can see the lines, take a picture of it, especially, you know, if there's snow on it, because then you can definitely see the lines. And you'll say, well, if there was something there, wouldn't have somebody already had found it? Well, I can tell you right now, I have discovered so many new places that, yeah, it's well worth your while to check something out. I mean, just because nobody's ever said that there's anything there does not mean that there isn't something there. And this here's Olympic Mountains, and there's a good chance that there could be something there. I don't know. I mean, I couldn't never say about there's a river that runs down below that, but that river's already got good material in it, so who knows if it came from there. And I do know that it came up farther, because back up in them hills farther back, I mean, there's some beautiful, beautiful material back in there. And maybe, I don't know, 7-10 miles as a crow's fly from that location right here, you're into deposits. So, I mean, this here there very well could be something there, and so it's well worth your while to check it out. And the other part of that is, you know, you'll say, well, why hasn't somebody ever posted anything, you know, made a book, you know, and had one of these as a location? Well, that back there, that's in no book either, and there's a ton of stuff back in there. Maybe some locals might have known about it. That's how I found out about it, was from some old timers. But that is how you find new material. You get into where they've logged like that, and they've scored up the ground, because, well, you look at the rest of that, I mean, there could be all sorts of stuff up there, you'd never know it. So that is one of the things I do. Is I'll go, when I'm driving around, I'll take note of any place that's been freshly logged, and if I can get a picture, oops, my camera went crazy. If I can get a picture right there, and then come back later when, you know, all the snow's gone, I still know where all of the roads are, even though I could probably go up there and figure it out, since I used to do that type of work when I was much younger. But yeah, if that's the one thing about, you know, people that post sites, or if they're in books or something like that, those are the places they want you to know. I'm sure there's a lot of places that people have that are secret that they don't tell. I mean, look at me. I've had places that, you know, I went to for over a decade, you know, and now I'm finally giving them up. So if you want to be able to go find locations on your own, you know, kind of look at an area that has material close by, and then look in areas around that. And if you see a clear cut, definitely take a look at it, because most of the work's been done for you. Well, hopefully some of you will take this advice, and maybe this winter you'll take a look at some of these clear cuts and say, well, maybe that's one I want to go through. Or you can even go on to Google Earth, and if you see any fresh ones there, you know, check them out, because they might even be in a location that you'd never go to, and you'd see them there though, and then you'd say, well, that might be a spot for me to go. Well, there are a lot of starlings up there in that tree. They are just talking away. But so that's one of the things I do, and during this time of the year in the lowlands, I do walk clear cuts, and I find material. So, well, I hope you found helpful. Thank you for watching.